my name is Vegas and welcome to DMZ Season 5. The update dropped about an hour ago. I finished updating, I've gotten into the game, and I'm going to show you everything that they've added, all the new stuff that I talked about in the video yesterday, and surprisingly, the first thing I noticed is nothing has been reset. That includes all your missions, your reputation levels with each faction. Your passive upgrades haven't been reset. Your location objectives haven't been reset. Your notes haven't been reset. Your contraband stash hasn't been reset. Or your key stash. Everything you have from last season, it's still going to be here, including all those passive upgrades you worked hard for. And we have the addition of a new faction, the Shadow Company faction in the mission select. So I'm assuming we have 5 more tiers of missions here in this new faction. All the other missions remain the same for the other factions. I'm not sure if they've added like a tier 6 or 7. I haven't completed any tier 5 story missions yet. So we'll have to see. But it looks like this is the only new missions we have for this season. There will be videos coming out on each of these missions. So do subscribe to the channel. And look out for those mission guides if you guys get stuck. There's also some new things in the passive upgrades. And that is, firstly, in the equipment tab, you can now get increased starting armor. You can unlock the rebreather, as well as a starting solo self-revive. So if you complete these equipment challenges, they drop 40 self-revives, they drop stronghold keycards and a skeleton key. And it looks like there's an armor box barter as well you can unlock. But those increased starting armor and solo self-revives are going to be quite important. But what else is new? We also have weekly urgent missions. If you go to the communications station, in upgrades, you'll see you have your daily urgent mission unlock for Shadow Company, the new faction, but there's also weekly urgent mission unlocks for every other faction. So for Black Moose, you got to extract 12 scavenger calling cards. White Lotus is 10 jugs of liquid nitrogen, 10 cans of heavy chopper fuel for Crown, and 5 origami horses for Phalanx. So I'm not sure what the Shadow Company one is yet, because I haven't unlocked the daily urgent mission, but now we have weekly urgent missions. Once I unlock these guys, I'll show you what the weekly urgent missions are and what the rewards are. I'm hoping a lot better than the daily urgent missions, because I haven't really touched the daily urgent missions. Like, the daily ones are very easy, just extracting supplies, kill 20 enemies, stuff like that. So I'm curious to see what the weekly urgent missions are. But that's everything new in the menu. Now I'm going to go into the game and show you guys what's new in each of the maps. So give me a second. Okay, if you load into Al Mazrah and you open the map immediately, you will see kill streaks flying across the map. These are the new active combat zones, which is where the new faction, the Coney faction, is fighting against the other factions like Al-Qatala, Shadow Company, the Vondel soldiers. So that's what these kill streaks are at the start of the map. I believe there's the airstrikes and mortar strikes. I'm not sure if there's any other kill streaks yet in these active combat zones. I'm not sure if the active combat zones are start in the same areas every single game. I know for a fact there's one in Sarif Bay last game as well as the airport, but they could change locations. We'll have to see. But also, you'll notice the new vehicle, the MRAP. It's only going to be on Al Mazrah, along with the dirt bike. If you scroll around, I'm sure there's a dirt bike here. But the MRAP's going to be quite rare. There's one here, there's one there, and I believe those are going to be the only 2 on the map. Just have a quick look around. From what I can see, there's only going to be 2 MRAPs on the map each game. More dirt bikes, and now there's also the tactical amphibious vehicles, as you can see here on Al Mazrah from Vondel. And there's also a new ship that's been added in the bottom right of the map. This was just empty space before. There's a new ship with a ship bridge tower marker on it. It's not a stronghold though, you can just walk straight into that. So let's go check out the new MRAP up close.
Got a truck here.
Alright, is this the new dirt bike? It looks like there's only room for one person on here, but I think if someone else, like, stands on the back without actually, like, moving, you should be able to, like, drive up more than one person around. It's quite hard to maneuver. Alright, this is the MRAP. This thing looks hardcore. It's got 2 turrets on it. And it looks like you cannot drive it without a key. I know you can get the key at the buy station for 200,000. That's right, 200,000 for a key. Or you can also find the key, but I haven't found one yet, so I don't know where to find it. But as soon as I do, that'll be up on the video. Looks like there's smoke grenades that you can use. And this thing is going to be very tanky. As you can see, it has 8 wheels. It's got 2... Oh, it's got a grenade launcher at the front. You can use the grenade launcher without having the key. And you can also use the turret at the back as well as just sit in the middle here and just shoot bots. Okay, the back turret's the same as the LTV turret, but this turret at the front is new, and it's pretty fun. But I'll make sure to release a video as soon as I find the key for it, drive it around with a couple of friends, see how it is in action.
Welcome to the DMZ. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
I'm now in Ashika Island, and Ashika is gonna have the fewest changes. If you open up the map, you're gonna see there's nothing new, other than there's now tactical amphibious vehicles all around the map from Vondel. They're gonna be great on Ashika just because of how much water there is on the map. But apart from that, the new active combat zones aren't gonna be on Ashika, but the new Coney faction is. And I'll show you what the new Coney faction looks like. This is the new Coney faction. You can tell by the color red they have on their little leg bands and helmets. They're gonna shoot at you on sight, whereas the Shadow Company soldiers won't shoot you on sight. But I'll show you guys that in Vondel, where I'm hopping to next. Yeah, now I'm in Vondel, where I want to showcase the new interaction between Shadow Company and the Coney group. Active combat zones are going to be present on Vondel as well as Al-Mazrah. And it looks like the active combat zones actually change each game. Alright, so these are all Shadow Company soldiers, and as you can see, they're not shooting me. Because you're now allied with Shadow Company, they will not shoot you unless fired upon. So it looks like they're fighting some Coney bots. But if I was to, say, shoot one of the Shadow Company bots, you get a warning that friendly fire won't be tolerated, and if I kill one, I get the Shadow Company is now hostile warning, and they will shoot me. Now they're hostile to me for the rest of the game. If you look at the top of my screen now, I've just entered the market area, and it will say underneath that this is an active combat zone. So in this area, the Coney faction will be fighting Shadow Company. And also, there will be kill streaks such as precision airstrikes, mortar strikes, raining down from above, so I do have to be careful. But there will also be more chests in the area. As we look, see there, precision airstrikes incoming. So you don't get it. If you don't get in cover, that's going to kill you. However, there is more loot in these active combat zones. As you can see, there's now just chests out in the open, because this is where the active combat zone is. You could be finding chests with good loot all over the place. As well as plenty of bots. Just got punched by an invisible bot. It looks like there's an invisible bot like right there. No season is complete without its bugs. Alright guys, that's everything new in Season 5 on Al Mazrah, Ashika, and Vondel. There's going to be separate videos coming out on Building 21 and the Koshchi complex to see all the new changes in both of those areas. So do subscribe and leave a like on the video, and stay tuned for more videos coming out in the next couple of days as I cover everything there is to know about Season 5 of DMZ. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.